Welcome to the narrowboat that James built. Thanks for watching. This is Project 57, a narrowboat given to me by a subscriber who no longer needs it or wants it, but it does need quite a lot of work doing to it. It's been sitting on the hard standing for a couple of years and it is in need of some love and attention. Certainly after the transportation down to P&S Marine in Watford. The Vitus 42 diesel marine engine at the back of the boat has also seen better days. It has been sitting for a couple of years in rainwater and battery acid. So there is a massive task ahead of me to get this boat sorted out and fixed up and fitted out to live on as a continuous cruiser liveaboard on the Grand Union Canal. I've managed to get rid of some of the stuff from the inside and some of the batteries from outside. Time to crack on. And today my plan is to basically get rid of some of the stuff up here on the walls, around here in the corners. All the pictures have got to go and I can start to kind of understand how all these are put together. So I've got the kids on board, they're helping taking down some of the pictures, and then yeah, finish tidying up really is the plan. It's going to come down all of this and then all of these shelving down here all the way along to here. That can go, all of this stuff here can go. Yeah, there's still quite a lot to get rid of.
Did you get it out? Well, you got it out.
Well done. Put it down there in the old dinette. That's it, stack it nicely. No, lean it the other way so it doesn't fall.
Should we do this one back here?
That's it.
Should we do this one back
Yeah,
here?
let's do that one. Slowly. Bit slower. That's it. I'll do it there. That's it. Yeah, I'll help. Safety first, Florence. Good girl. How are you getting on? Good. Everything off the walls, bless you.
Sorry.
Got all this solid brass bar as well. Look at that, that's quite nice. That's just the tubes from all the curtain rails, but they've all come down. Pictures have come down. Wall furniture's come down. So next job, take that shelf off, which looks like it's trying to do itself. And then get rid of all these shelves down here. And then that bit, steps, that shelf. So I can start to clear this area, and then that means hopefully on Monday we can get rid of that stove, get that outside, put it on a pallet, put some tarp around it, take some photos and chuck it on eBay. But decent stove this is. It's called Pretty. That's just what it's called though. I mean, it's pretty big. It wouldn't fit in here anyway because the flue would have to go on an angle from there. It's all in the wrong place for this particular boat, but it's got a back boiler, so hence the size of it. So it's definitely going to be good for some kind of, I don't know, most likely to be a building, I'd have thought, rather than a boat. But anyway, I'll chuck that on eBay. But yeah, the rest of the boat's looking all right. We've got quite a bit of stuff done today, which is all right. Got a few bits in the galley to get rid of. Then I need to start getting my head around all the stuff in the bathroom here. It's well, it's that small. The bathroom really has to be here because this is where the frosted glass window is. So whatever config I end up doing on this boat, this is where the bathroom really has to be, which works okay. I think at the end though, that window is going to be on that side of the bathroom because it's going to have to shift back a little bit. This room here is 3 meters long and I'm going to need it to be about 2.5, which means this is going to move back a little bit. But anyway, I'll show you the layout later on, or the planned layout anyway. Got loads of room left in the skip. And then go about taking the solar panels off. They'll all be reused, I think. They're pretty okay. Got to check what ones they are. And then do some work on the roof. Right, carrying on getting rid of some of the bits and pieces off the wall. Got the TV off. There's another one here. This is a 12-volt TV, so that's pretty good. Might find a home for that on Slow Patrol. Right. move these shelves. Now it's time to get this one apart. Looks like there's a car stereo in there. Let's put stuff. Oh, binoculars. Cool. Huh. This is the Recreational Craft Directive. It says here the builder is Dursley and Hurst Limited. So I wonder if that's who fit it out, because it's definitely a... I know who the boat builder is. It's definitely a Price Fallows. Oh, here we go. This is all the stuff. Oh, wow. Price Fallows Narrowboats. There's the original brochure. Old school, look at that binding. Excellent. This is the declaration of conformity and everything for the EU Recreational Craft Directive. So if you ever need to sell a boat, this is what you need. It tells you everything about it. Obviously it fits to all the regulations, unlike Slow Patrol, which was built way before this thing was around. Excellent. So let's get all the thicknesses in here. So all the spec, the keel, the hull, superstructure, tells you what it's made of. So 10mm base plate. Fantastic. Here we go. Pipe fittings, welds, tells you all the specifications it was done to. The finish. So what is it? Euro Prime in the engine bay. I think that's all going to have to come up though. That's the next thing I've got to do. Oh, good. It's good to have all the paperwork complete. Right, there was the original boat safety certificate from British Waterways. Right, that's fire rope and stuff, that can go in the fire. I've got the glass for the door in the galley, so when we come to sell that, I can complete that. That's nice. Wow. Okay, another one of those. Okay. How's that been looking? Oh, the trim up there, screw down there. Right, let's go about doing this. Right, my next job is to do the underneath of the boat. You'll see here, where it's been sitting for ages, is all this scaly rubbish just easily just flaking off. Some of it's easier than others, but I've got to do all 58 foot of it. And then I've got to sand it back. Not much, just a little bit. It's all in quite good shape. Just take off that surface rust basically, and then black it. So that's what I've got to do. Let's get cracking. Right, there's yet another boat move. This place is busy. Right, I am in the process of de-rubbishing the bottom of this boat. Basically going in with a chisel and scraping all that rubbish off there. Some bits come off easier than others. Like here. Nice. Yeah, easy. So that's what I've got to do to order the boat. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm going to be left with a couple of Brazilians, one down the bottom there and one here. But there's going to be so many boat moves around here. I reckon Ralph will be all right just to lift me up a bit soon. I'll quickly whiz off the bottom of those and put them back down again. All right, let's carry on. And the prop shaft's been taken out and it's been unbolted. Right, I've spoken to the owner and he said I can get rid of the photos of him and the ex-girlfriend, just keep the ones with the dog and the kid. So they're all under the bed. Now I can go about getting rid of all of these bits here. All of this. There we go, much better. Plenty of kindling. So that's made it less kind of awkward around getting through here, because those shelves actually were proud of these kind of rather wide rads. So that and the fact that these have gone, those rails, means I can get through here without smashing my elbows and stuff, so good. Today has been a very productive day on the boat. It's looking a lot better inside here. It was really nice having the twins on board, because obviously them doing a few little bits and pieces kind of gets them feeling like they're involved in it, and from them seeing it from this stage to where it's going to get to is quite important. Obviously my eldest, who's 15, she's a bit too cool for all of this now, and it's too much of a building site for the little girls to come on, so I'm glad that the twins came. My dad also popped in today, which is nice. But I have found some information about Project 57, which is rather interesting. So going through this folder here kind of throws a bit of a spanner in the works, to be honest. Things aren't ever as they seem, are they? So Project 57 is not 57 foot. She is in fact 58 foot. So I have a extra foot, which is excellent. So 17.53 meters. The beam, 6'10", obviously. Draft is 25 inches, which is quite good to know. Fuel tank, 180 litres, and the water tank up the front there is 675 litres, which is kind of twice the size of Slow Patrol. So yeah, some good stuff there. Obviously the engine, Vitus, you know about. Gearbox is a twin disc Technodrive TMC 62R, nonetheless. What else is there? There's just loads of other bits and pieces about regulations and stuff. Winter storage, obviously this has been well read. Electrical equipment. So yeah, there's good stuff in here. It tells you where the pumps are and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to discover all of that. Fuse panel, that's not really relevant anymore. So yeah, I will familiarise myself with all of this, but this is excellent to have this on board. And the big plan for tomorrow is to lift the Vitus out of the boat and to see if it turns. If it does, then we are in a really, really good position, because that means I can just get some bits and pieces sent off, like the alternator and the starter motor, and Ralph and his team here can do that. You know, they can do that with their eyes closed here. They know what they're doing, so that's excellent. So it really just depends on, yeah, if it turns, but we'll find that out tomorrow. So they have already unbolted the engine from its engine mounts. They've pulled back the prop, so she's free to go. They've cut all the pipes and tubes and stuff which were going to the skin tanks, which obviously it's a water cooled engine, so it's got these kind of skin tanks in the engine bay which hold water. They've cut those hoses, so the engine bay is basically filled with water again. So I've got to pump that out and then clear it all out of all the rubbish, and then start to kind of treat that, because really it could be a case of, I don't know how long the alternator and the starter motor will take to get done, but if it's a couple of weeks, put the engine back in, I think we're kind of going to be good to go. Got to get the skin things done on the outside. I've got to black it still. It took ages to do that bit underneath. It's really hard work, something on the shoulders. So I've got the big middle bit to do some point tomorrow. And then, yeah, start to black it. Obviously, it's got to be blacked with Interturf 90, which is from International, which is the best stuff. And the owner has already used that on most of it, but obviously I'm going to do the underneath of the boat. I've also got to put on some anodes, so we're going to put some very thin slimline anodes underneath the boat. I think we're going to kind of really go hell for leather on it, so we might put another 6 anodes on this boat. So, but that's kind of Ralph's in charge of all that kind of stuff. But the bits I'm looking after, yeah, it's going all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.